Glenn Saldana, Chairman and Managing Director of Glenmark Pharma, joins us live. Glenn, good to have you back on ET Now. Thank you for joining us. Glenn, markets are mighty excited after your strong quarterly performance. I was scanning through the entire, results scorecard. Everything is a hit, but there is one miss, which is the US market.
Sorry, Nikunj, I can't hear you too well. Can you just repeat that?
Sure. No, I'm saying that I was scanning through your numbers, and in my assessment, everything is a big hit. So you've done well on all parameters, but there's one miss, which is the US market. The US generic sales, if I look at a comparative number here, are down marginally.
Yeah, that's right, Nikunj. So I think the US business, right, a lot of our US business now is dependent on new product approvals. This year we've got the least number of new product approvals compared to the last 4 years. So we got just 7 approvals. So I guess as and when we get further new product approvals, the US performance will accelerate. Further, we walked away from one product, which is Montelukast, which was a low margin product, which has actually impacted, top line sales, but at the margin level, we've done quite well by walking away from the low margin product. So you're right. I think US business from here on is totally dependent on how many new products we get approved going forward.
Glenn, hi, morning. Your margins were a beat, though, mainly on account of lower R&D spends and also the impact of seasonality in Russia. Do you believe these margins will be sustainable in the future quarters?
Well, I think R&D spends have actually gone up. So we are at about between 9 and 9.5% of sales as far as R&D goes. So overall, compared to last year, and despite the high R&D spend, we've been able to outperform in terms of the margins. I guess the margin improvement is all because now we've hit critical mass and the operating leverage is kicking in on the cost side. So going forward, you should be able to see sustained margins, or improvement in margins, right? As and when the top line sales keep growing from here. So you will see further and further leverage kicking in, which will drive margins going forward.
Yeah.
And as we speak, Glenmark Pharma today is one of the biggest gainer in the F&O market also. So obviously traders and investors are quite excited about a good quarterly performance. Glenn, let's talk about the licensing income for the quarter gone by. Did you get anything via the milestone vertical?
Well, in Q3 we had no licensing income for this quarter.
For FY14, which is the last quarter, should we expect something?
Well, Nikunj, we don't guide to licensing income or out-licensing deals. But all I can say is on the R&D side, we continue to have a very robust pipeline of products. And we have 2 monoclonal antibodies ready to enter the clinics between one this quarter and one next quarter. And you will see further out-licensing and milestones and licensing income coming through in the next 4 to 6 quarters.
So was there any licensing income in this quarter, Glenn?
Q3 we had no licensing income.
Okay. Glenn, I know you have a standard policy that you will not give me a number, you will not give me a guidance on your licensing income. But you very well know that that is the key differentiator for your company. So if shareholders want to know that how much more income, how much other income, how much licensing income you will get in FY15.
Again, Nikunj, we don't guide to licensing income very clearly. I think the base business, the way to look at Glenmark today is we have a very solid base business which continues to grow 18-20% top line with very strong margins overall, right? And the licensing income and the research that we're doing will only add to it and will be a positive over and above what we are doing on the base business.
The past, but a mutual fund document says past performance is no guarantee.
Sorry, Nikunj, can you repeat that?
I'm saying that you're making a case that look at the past track record and judge what is in store for the company. But I read a NFO document last weekend. It says that past performance is no guarantee of future return.
No, you're absolutely right. Look, at the end of the day, there's a lot of uncertainty in research. There's a lot of uncertainty in terms of future milestones and earnings. We have a huge track record in terms of what we've done in research, but at the same time we've had a number of failures in the past, and the bottom line is the predictability of future earnings and milestones and licensing income is extremely uncertain, and that's the reason we don't guide to this kind of stuff.
There's a query as well coming in from one of our viewers, Joy Kishore Sahu. He's written in from Asansol, and he wants to know that your finance costs have gone up a good 17% over the last year, and debt is something that is worrying investors like him. He's asking you, what is the debt level of the company and what steps are you taking now to reduce it?
Well, our debt level on a constant currency basis has been pretty much flat. So Q3 also we've reported flat debt levels. In fact, it's come off a little bit marginally in absolute terms because the rupee has appreciated a little bit in third quarter. But I think overall the debt levels has been pretty much flat. I mean, clearly, the vision is to continue to accelerate free cash generation. So that's a big focus for the company to accelerate the free cash generation, which will all go towards paring down the debt. So directionally, we believe the debt will come off, every quarter from here on going forward. That's the view on the debt level.
Final question, 483 for the Indore plant. We know the importance of 483 these days. How are you planning to address that?
Well, we've responded to the 483 from the agency, and we hope to get our EIR anytime now. Clearly, Glenmark, quality is paramount for us as an organization, and we are extremely focused on quality. And so far, all I'd like to say is all our facilities we believe are compliant.
When do you expect to hear from the US FDA next in this regard?
Well, again, it's hard to predict, Nikunj.
Okay. Then appreciate your time, and once again, hearty congratulations on numbers. Your stock is responding to those good set of numbers, and keep up the good work.
Sure. Thank you.